Hey YouTube, TrickerAndy here, doing my first sort of film review thing. I am going to be doing it on The Amazing Spiderman, which I saw a couple of weeks ago with my friend Kieran Bacon. First initial reaction after walking out was, yes! They finally made a good one! This specific Spider-Man film is, in my opinion, better than all three of the original Spider-Man films with Tobey Maguire combined. It's just sort of stayed a bit truer to the initial Spider-Man story. He was bitten on the back of his neck rather than on the random part of his hand near his thumb. He was a lot skinnier, whereas Tobey Maguire was quite hench. Spider-Man was always a very sort of skinny, limber kind of guy. They made him a lot more tongue-in-cheek. He was wittier. He was quick with the puns, whereas Tobey Maguire not so much. The first-person stuff was pretty cool as well. It's kind of disorientating in a massive screen, but I can imagine on a smaller screen it'd be quite interesting. And for those of you who have the ability to see 3D and IMAX, that would have probably been pretty cool. I unfortunately can't see those things, so I'm a bit screwed in that sense. But yeah, overall it was a really, really good film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It helped going with a fellow Spidey fan, and we actually did originally intend to go in the Spidey suits, but we didn't in the end because we were going to see Batman afterwards, and it would have been embarrassing. Negative points about the film, I think there wasn't a lot of Spider-Man in it, really. It was more like The Amazing Peter Parker, which is a criticism I've heard a lot of people say. It was more like The Amazing Peter Parker than The Amazing Spider-Man. But hopefully, if there is a second or third, or if it's a series of films rather than an individual, hopefully there will be more Spider-Man than Peter Parker in it, and this was just like an introduction to it. Another negative point I found was the Lizard himself. He didn't have what I would call the reminiscent lizard look. He didn't have the sort of extended face-ness like the lizard from, for example, the old animated series and a lot of the comic books has got a very extended, very lizard-like face, whereas this lizard had a very human head, which was very flat. And I would also like to have seen him wearing the white coat as the lizard a lot more, because the lizard that I've come to know and love always wore the coat with the extended face. And also the lizard never really had any actual control over what was going on, whereas this lizard seemed to be a little bit more like Dr. Octavius from the second Spider-Man film with Tobey Maguire. It was like a voice in his head that took over rather than it being just this sort of freak accident that goes on. But it was, I say, a great film. Just those little points were deadly down points for me. And the red stripe down Spider-Man's leg, I wasn't a massive fan of. The rest of the costume I actually quite liked. The face was very typical Spider-Man. The slightly yellow tinted eye pieces were a bit iffy for me, but if it wasn't for the sort of tracksuit style leg stripe, I think the costume would have been a lot better. I do like the way it wrapped around his hands, and it looked very, very cool. But yeah, I'd definitely go and see it again. I'm definitely going to buy it when it comes out. I've got the video game, so that proves how much I liked it. But yeah, I'd recommend the film to a lot of people. I know it's been out for quite a while now, but I kind of lost the will to video for a while. I'm going to do one on Batman Arkham Asylum? Whatever. No, I'm not going to do the video game. Dark Knight Rises as well, because that was a great film. So, thanks for watching this. Check out The Amazing Spider-Man if it's still in cinemas. If not, when it comes out on DVD, definitely buy it if you're a Spidey fan. Thanks for watching this review. People on YouTube, like, share, comment, subscribing would be awesome. So yeah, thanks. Stay safe.